Welcome to Z News Presents the 5th Critics' Choice Awards, brought to you by the Film Critics Guild and Motion Content Group. I must say that the view from here is absolutely dazzling, and all of you look fabulous. You're all set for a wonderful night. This year, I've got a unique brief for hosting the show. Now, my brief was no politics, no sex jokes, and keep everyone's wives' names out of your damn mouth. Thappad nahi khana hai mujhe. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate 110 years of filmmakers making cinema and content, which also means we celebrate 110 years of critics criticizing cinema. For more than a century, Indian cinema has been the gift that keeps on giving. It has given us relatable personality archetypes like the angry young man, the angry old man, the angry married man, the angry single man, and the shivering girl in Switzerland. Filmmakers took a brave risk to tell all kinds of stories this year. M. Manikandan's Kadaisi Vivasai delivered a mature satire that made us ask ourselves how far we've come from our nature and our humanity. Then Prashant Neil's KGF Chapter 2 gave the answer, but no one could hear it over all that gunfire. RRR, ladies and gentlemen, RRR is also nominated for Best Film tonight. Of course, a huge round of applause for Natu Natu and the historical win at the Oscars. Now, did you know that Natu Natu was shot at Mariinsky Palace, the official residence of the president of Ukraine? Now, let's just picture this for 1 minute. Now, can you imagine how awkward that must have been for Russian spies? They're on the phone with Moscow and they're like, "Niet, niet, we don't need weapons, we need dance classes." Well, as always, it was a great year for Alia Bhatt, as Karan Johar reminded us in every episode of Coffee. Her performances in Gangubai Kathiawar and Darlings were brilliant. Well, thanks to her, women now know that the answer to all of life's tough questions is crime. And then they say commercial movies don't have a social message. I mean, kya baat kar rahe ho yaar? Of course they do. Apart from film, there's one medium that's really embracing diversity, and that's web series. They're inclusive of the entire spectrum of crime. Gangsters, forgers, conmen, godmen, हर तरह के criminal पे web series बन रही हैं. They have such attention to detail कि हम लोग तो entertain होते हैं, मगर असली criminals देख के सोचते हैं, अच्छा, ऐसे बनते हैं फर्जी note. Yeah, someone's taking cue for sure. Well, moving on to short films, we can't start talking about them without a round of applause for the spectacular Oscar victory of The Elephant Whisperers. What a great concept executed by two skilled filmmakers, Kartiki Gonsalves and Guneet Monga. Yes, both of them are women, and thank God for that. Now, the same concept in the hands of a man, we would have got another episode of Man vs. Wild with Ranveer Singh. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to begin. In our dystopian world where everyone has recommendations and yet nobody can decide what to watch, the Film Critics Guild is our only hope. They're also tonight's juries, so let's hear it for them. Just one public service announcement for anyone who doesn't win an award today. You should know that the Film Critics Guild has 271 subscribers on their YouTube channel. 500 views से ज़्यादा इनका सिर्फ एक वीडियो गया था और उसमें भी शाहरुख खान इनकी खींच रहा था. ठीक है ना? तो ज़्यादा बुरा मत मानो, इनकी अपनी स्ट्रगल्स हैं. पहले मुझे डर लगता था कि मैं फिल्म क्रिटिक्स की ना इतनी बैंड ना बजाऊं. मुझे लगता था कि मेरी पिक्चर आएगी तो मेरी बैंड बजा देंगे. ट्रूथ, मुझे कोई पिक्चर के लिए साइन ही नहीं कर रहा है, तो अभी मुझे तुम लोगों से डर ही नहीं लगता है. And as if on cue, it's time to invite the first subscriber of that YouTube channel, who also happens to be the chairperson of FCG. She is an eloquent critic, author, and director of the Geo Mami Mumbai Film Festival. She can be seen on the thumbnails of film companion videos where she's standing with crossed arms and a sinister smile like a mafia don. क्योंकि इन्हें impress करना मुश्किल ही नहीं. सही नामुमकिन है. Well, with a round of applause, please welcome the godmother of film criticism, Anupama Chopra.
The Film Critics Guild is the only registered body of film critics in India. We have 45 members across languages and across platforms from print, broadcast, radio, and the web. They've all converged to streamline the ethical and quality standards for film criticism in the country.
One of the Guild's first objectives was to curate and host a credible set of awards, where talent, skill, and craft are the sole criteria. Motion Content Group helped us realize this vision, and Vista's Media Capital collaborated on it to create the Critics' Choice Awards.
The past few years have challenged the dynamics of storytelling across the world. The artists have adapted, persevered, and collectively created content that has changed the way we look at entertainment.
To honor the brilliance of these incredible creators, performers, and technicians, we are now on to our 5th edition, where we continue to recognize the best of Indian short films, web series, and feature films through a credible, ethical process where merit takes precedence over all else.
We received an overwhelming number of entries from all across the country, and it took us 90 days to curate, deliberate, and vote for the winners, which brings us to this day.
With each Critics' Choice Awards, the Film Critics Guild aims to elevate the standards for film criticism, award shows, and appreciating the game changers of the Indian entertainment space.
The purpose of the Film Critics Guild is and will always be to hold cinema accountable.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It's so exciting to see so many people come here to celebrate, to support the 5th edition of the Critics' Choice Awards. Why, though, you might ask, does the world need one more entertainment award function? So I say we need it because we must, without agendas or bias or the pressure of TRPs, celebrate good work. We must applaud the best among us. Every winner this evening has been deliberated on with great care. We have watched for hours and hours, we have argued, and we have chosen. Along with excellence and talent, tonight we're also celebrating 110 years of Indian cinema. And this incredible moment in the history of Indian entertainment, when there's so many stories being told in so many formats across so many platforms. But then, you might ask a more existential question. In the age of social media, who needs film critics? To which I say, when there is so much content, so many opinions, so much advertorial writing that passes as editorial, when opinions and tweets and Instagram posts can all be bought, I suspect you need us a little bit more. After all, guys, someone has to be able to say that the emperor has no clothes. However, the critics are not, as is widely believed, bitter curmudgeons waiting to hate. We are first and foremost lovers of craft. We are lovers of storytelling. Nothing makes us happier than falling in love with what we see. And tonight we are here to honor everything that we've loved. I want to thank the Motion Content Group for backing our editorial vision, especially Ashwin Padmanabhan, our wonderful, wise Ashwin, and Zara Khadar, who just powers through everything. Also Z News and Vista's Media Capital. And I want to thank my fellow guild members. They're right there in the middle. Everyone watched hours and hours and rigorously followed the rules. And our wonderful awards team, Obro, Eden, Swati, and Dhriti, for just making this evening possible.
Z